Hi, I'm Joni Hilton, your YouTube mom, with 10 fabulous ways that you can charge up your mornings now that school has begun. These are some tips and tricks to make school time easier and to ease that transition. The first thing I want to tell you is do everything you can the night before so that the school morning goes smoothly. So lay out your shoes and your clothes, get your backpack filled with its homework, any permission slips, and get it zipped up and by the door so there's no last minute scrambling or looking for lost items the next morning. Get your kids to make their own lunches if they're old enough. And also, it wouldn't hurt to set out some breakfast foods for kids and have the napkin and have the bowl and the spoon, whatever they want to eat, all ready out and ready for them. Speaking of napkins, it's kind of fun to tuck in a surprise napkin that you've written a riddle on, or a tender message, or an interesting, inspiring thought. So consider doing that on the school napkins. Now, I have this here because I want to tell you about the Bernoulli Principle. Years ago, I wrote a couple of books of activities families can do together and ways to have fun, and one of them is about 5-minute projects you can do every single morning before school. It jumpstarts your kids' brains, and it makes them hurry along and get ready because they don't want to miss project time. And one of the projects in these books is to take a ping pong ball, take a blow dryer under it, turn it on, and the ball just hovers in the stream of air. And it's really fun. And there's so many little quick things you can do just with stuff you have around the house that makes morning a fun time, not just a hurry, come on time. Now this is a good idea to have too. This is a chart that helps kids get ready. And in this case, of course, this is pictures, so someone very young can even get a little sticker for waking up. And you put a check mark or a sticker. Kids sometimes really love charts, and speaking of charts, it wouldn't hurt to post one on the bathroom door saying from 6:30 to 6:45 it's this person's time, and from 6:45 to 7 it's this person's time. So you kind of can keep track of everybody's use of a bathroom if it's shared, and you kind of can get a handle on those bathroom wars. Now here's something really, really fun that we always did when our kids were little. And it's just as simple as can be. It's called the homework box. It's a 3x5 or larger box full of cards, and you write on each one an age-appropriate question of something they can research if they don't have any homework. For example, here's one that says, who invented penicillin? How does it work? Well, you're not going to give that to a first grader, but you can easily give that to an older child and say to them, I'd like a 1-page report on that. And it keeps kids thinking of how to research and put thoughts together, and they learn a lot. Now here's a really cool one. Who holds the world's record for the most ollies in 30 seconds? And what's an ollie? It's a skateboard trick. So if you have a skateboarder, they'll know what that is, and if not, it's interesting to learn what that is. Now here's one that teaches geography and math. How far is it from our smallest state to our largest? And how many of the smallest one could fit in the largest one? Get them doing multiplication and division. And you can even have one in here that's a freebie that says, you don't have to do any homework, watch a movie. So there are fun things in there too, and that homework box is fun. Another game we always played with our kids was Stump Mom or Stump Dad. And when you come home from school that night at dinner, you have to think of something you learned that day that you think they don't know. And they'll ask you, well, do you know how to find the square root of 72 or whatever it is? And it's a lot of fun because they pay more attention during class, knowing I got to come up with a stumper tonight, and that's fun. Now here's a practical one. You really need to label your kids' clothes if they are things like sweatshirts and jackets that are going to get taken off. And just put a little label with a laundry pen or a Sharpie in the neck so that they don't lose clothes. And here's a great idea for families. So many of us use our cell phones now for our calendars, but post a calendar in your kitchen or somewhere where everybody gathers where you can write, baseball practice or band rehearsal or whatever, along with medical appointments, a big test that's coming up, so everybody's aware of what everybody's needs are. And then, of course, you want to have a homework central spot. And this is just a place where you can have all the supplies your kids need. And you know you're going to need poster boards, so get it ahead of time so you don't have those late night scrambles to find things. Make sure you've got scissors and paper and tape and glue and markers and graph paper and folders and things you know you're going to be needing through the year. And it just makes it easy to have an organized spot where they can come in and do their homework. I'm your YouTube mom, Joni Hilton. I hope these tips have helped you get a jump start on the year. And be sure to visit my website, jonihilton.com. Buy my books, check it out. All kinds of goodies are on there, my blog and everything else. And we'll see you next time.